Okay, this video is to assist in you getting your Proctorio set up and finding the exam that you need to find within your Blackboard session, and then to make sure that you use Proctorio during the entire class, while you're taking the entire exam. So first, you're inside your TCC Blackboard math class, whatever that class might be. In my classes, you will go over to the All Test Proctorio tab. This is before you start taking an exam or your Proctorio quiz in my math lab. So if we go to the bottom of this, we will see the exam that we need to take, the Proctorio My Math Lab orientation quiz, but it shows real big in orange, the extension is required. We could click there, or we could go to the top. First of all, if you're not quite sure on how to get everything installed and set up, you can read these two documents. But what must be read before taking any exam are these rules. So these rules are how to earn a 0 on a test, or how to not, basically. If you do not follow this directly, you will receive a 0 on the exam. So if you're not completely by yourself, nobody in the room, no cell phones, headphones, earbuds, watches are allowed in the room while you're testing. Okay, you got to scan your ID, all of these things that you need to take. It's going to scan the room. It will ask you stop sharing your screen, because it's going to record your webcam, your audio, and your screen. Okay, you must use the calculator that's available that I give you on the Blackboard here. Okay, no talking. Must not have more than one computer to monitor in the room. Must show your head and shoulders. Don't eat during the test. Anything to that extent. Okay, but it also must record you taking the entire exam. So let's go here to Secure Exam Proctor. Here it says install Google Chrome. Okay, we're on Google Chrome. Good. Here we must get Proctorio. So we click on the Get Proctorio, and it brings up Proctorio Chrome extension. We're going to click here, and it asks us to install or add to Chrome our Proctorio extension. Okay, Proctorio can do all of these things. We need to approve that and click on Add Extension. It's checking. And it will take just a little bit here while it gets set up. Here it says Proctorio has been added to Chrome. Perfect. So then you should see this little shield up top up here that tells us we have Secure Exam Proctor, which is Proctorio. So then at that point, I can now close out my Proctorio tabs, go back to my Blackboard tab, go back to the All Test Proctorio, and now if I go down to the bottom, it does not show that I need to install it, because Proctorio is set up. You can also click on your tab here, click on these to manage your extension. Your Proctorio is on, but you can also click on this pin, so then you will see it show up here, and you'll see that Proctorio has access to this site. If you click on it, you should see Live Chat Help and Support Center. If I go to a website that is not supported, for example, let me go to my math lab, open it up. It doesn't really matter what part I'm in, but let's then go up here. If I click on my Proctorio, this shows up. Remove from Chrome, manage extensions, that kind of thing. I go back to my Blackboard, click on Proctorio, it shows Live Chat Help and Support Center. So you know your Proctorio is working on this website when it shows this. Now, it does not mean it's active and it's recording or anything yet. That will begin once you click on the test and begin setting that up. So if we go, so now we're going to go down to the exam we need to take, click on it, and read the directions carefully. Here it says, start this test right here to ensure that Proctorio is monitoring your computer. So there's no password for this test in Blackboard. However, after you click begin down here, and a page requires a password pops up, wait for a short time because we don't need that page. It'll be processing and we wait for the next page to load up. If that next page does not ever load up, okay, then we need to clear our cache and then restart our computer and follow these steps again. So if it does not continue on, and I'll show you what it looks like when I click on begin, it says it requires a password. If that screen does not pass, wait a few minutes at the most, and if that does not pass, then we need to clear our cache. And I'll show you real quickly how to clear the cache. Go up here, you click on your three dots here on Chrome, go down to settings, bring your screen down, and you'll go to clear browsing data, and you'll go up here to the drop down and click on all time, and then you'll click on clear data, and that'll clear, make sure all these are checked. That'll clear all your cookies, all your browsing history, all your cache in there. Okay, reason being that's why this isn't working, so then you would need to clear all your data to get this to work. So then we go back to, after going through settings, we go back here. Okay, and I'll show you what that looks like if it goes on past the password. So if this problem persists, contact Proctorio by clicking on the Proctorio shield icon in the top right of the computer screen. Okay, after you've cleared your cache and it doesn't work, then you need to contact Proctorio. But 100% of the time, I've never had anybody not get past this after they've cleared their cache. So if you cannot see the icon, then clear on the puzzle piece, of course, like I just showed you. So now you may now click on the left to open your exam calculator. So before we click begin, we can go ahead and open up our calculator. So we have another tab. You need to close all your other tabs, but 3 tabs you'll be allowed to have open. Your Blackboard tab, your calculator tab, and your My Math Lab tab. Those are the only 3 tabs you should have open. You close all of your others while taking the exam. So once you click begin to enable Proctorio and then click submit to proceed, this step enables Proctorio to monitor your computer screen, camera, microphone, and keyboard. This is the required part. So you'll have to show your ID, you'll have to spin your camera around and do a scan of the entire room. Okay, it'll take your picture, it'll get set up where it starts recording. Then once you begin the test, you'll go through the Proctorio setup as I just discussed. Once you get into the test, you'll open a new tab and go into My Math Lab and find the exam or quiz that you're taking. The exam inside My Math Lab will require a password. And the first question of this exam that we're about to begin will give us that password. Now, this is the key part. We must keep the Blackboard tab open and Proctorio running. I've had several people, once they find that password, then they hit submit and they submit their Blackboard exam. That does not record you taking your My Math Lab exam. So we must keep Proctorio running, go over to My Math Lab, enter in the password, and then begin. Okay. Begin the My Math Lab exam. Once you finish the My Math Lab exam, you hit submit, and then you come back to your Blackboard exam, hit true, and submit your Blackboard exam. So we keep Proctorio running. We enter the password into My Math Lab and begin the My Math Lab portion. After completing and submitting the My Math Lab exam, then come back here, answer the question true, and close it out. So let's hit begin. Oh, the due date is passed. I've already passed the due date on this. Apologize. So I cannot show you on that part. Okay, so now I changed the due date so we can show this. So I'm still in the beginning here. So if I click on begin, and as you saw real quickly, it showed I needed a password. Okay, if everything's working correctly, that will disappear and this will show up. And it says this exam will be monitored by Proctorio. However, the exam preview will not be proctored. Okay, to get the full proctor exam experience, please use a test taker account. Okay, so you're in there. So now we click submit to begin. So now we're inside the exam. Okay, we haven't got to question 1 yet, but this is the beginning again. Okay, we must start this. So now it'll go through and set up your ID, set up your scanning the room, and begin the recording. At this point, then you go down to the first question. And this question is, now that you've entered Blackboard, you find the password. Okay, the password will be changed, so don't worry about that. You're going to find the password to enter into My Math Lab. After you've completed the My Math Lab exam, then you can come back to this Blackboard tab. So do not answer true and hit save and submit until after you go to My Math Lab, click on your quiz or exam, enter in the password it gives you, and go through and take the entire exam. Once you're done and you've submitted your My Math Lab exam, then go back up here to your Blackboard exam, and then it says you may enter true for this question and hit save and submit. Okay, once you click that and hit save and submit, then Proctorio stops recording and you are done. Hopefully this helps in answering all of your questions about setting up Proctorio, getting into an exam, and not stopping the Proctorio too early, but go take the exam and then come back and save and submit.